going on, my pretty pandas? It's your huggable hipster here, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club, the game that's disturbing, adorable, and so freaking kawaii in an aura of empty entropy that poofs to a frightening, melancholy portrait of massacre and explodes into a sensation of crimson chocolate. That the questions our extreme starscape of flying raindrops. Inferno. I really don't think this is gonna go anywhere. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. Oh boy. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, hipster! I can never do the high voice right away, and I think I just reached puberty all over again. Yo, Sayori. What's up, dude?
I'm just not used to you being in the club, that's all.
That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway.
Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me and buy a snack?
No thanks.
That's not like you at all.
I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look in your purse, Sayori? Yes, because that's the first place a man will look. In a girl's purse. For a snack. He will go to the vending machine before he will go inside your purse.
Why that all of a sudden?
Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. The latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets the contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I can see right through you, Sayori.
That's not fair. How did you even know?
It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. Oh, smart lad he is. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. You're always hungry. So me. And so that leaves one option.
I give up. Don't make me feel guilty.
If you feel guilty, then that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I'm supposed to be a manly man. I can't act manly girly man girl. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book.
Let me borrow some money.
That's... don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, and frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Ouch, Yuri. Okay, I see where this is going. I mean, did I just... Wow, my voices today are not on fleek. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book.
I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri.
Oh, that's sweet.
I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution.
I have to accept the revolution? Retribution. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? To fool you, Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. This is true.
But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes.
These damn cupcakes. What was that? What, out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk.
Ow! What was that? A cookie?
Sure enough, a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around.
Is this a miracle?
So me. I see food and I'm like instantly, is this a miracle?
It's because I paid my restitution.
Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked.
I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy.
Sayori hugs the cookie. Aw, jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite.
So good.
Sayori suddenly claps her hands over her mouth.
I bit my tongue.
You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Me whenever I haven't eaten in like 5 hours.
Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it?
Jeez, beggars can't be choosers.
But yours is chocolate.
Yeah? Why do you think I gave you that one?
Fine.
mine! Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki and wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Little devil, mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're just a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori... Huh? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You didn't think she's a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me. Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. She's just all around, you know, gorgeous, popular, totes on fleek. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Not surprised. If she was hungry AF, bound to happen. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from her reading. I catch a glimpse of her cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, it seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed I was looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's a book that you gave me, right? Uh-huh. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Sure. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. Oh. Are you sure? There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts picking up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about, anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. Yeah, of course you just started rereading it. Because you wanted to. Can't even tell me what the book is about off the top of your head. Just scan the back of the book. I just want to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister, but as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose whom to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, hipster? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. Oh, I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. Yeah, because Yuri's a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen just because someone wants to be evil, but they have their own goals and their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, to the protagonist, they're made out to be this naive one for letting their own one-sided moral interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm so sorry. I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please, stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. It's the least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Just let me get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? Slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Ooh. You seemed a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to, it's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if it ends up distracting you or anything. Alright. Yeah, because with a cute boy sitting next to me, I wouldn't be distracted. Lies we tell ourselves. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't mean to. Sorry. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Oh my god. Get out of town. The shoulders touch? No way. I guess this makes it kind of difficult to turn the pages. Here. Oh. Well, sweet, isn't it? Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and her forefinger. Ah. I do the same thing with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, when I turn a page and Yuri's side is under the thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Ah, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page, but I just assume that she finishes a page before me, so I turn it on my own. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently lets go of the page, letting it flare over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. And this is such good writing. Oh my gosh, I love this game. I think it's about time we all shared the poems with one another. Yeah, mine's gonna be dark AF. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. I would exhale too. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Ouch. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Just put a bookmark there. Do not fold the crease over. Only animals do that. Who should I show my poem to first? How about Natsuki? I feel like doing Natsuki's character a little bit.
I liked your last one better.
Really?
Well, yeah, I can tell you're a little more daring with this one, but you're really not good enough for that yet. It fell flat.
That may be true, but I just wanted to try something different. I'm still figuring this all out.
I mean, I always like poems that aren't trying too hard. I hate when people try to sound fancy or add meaning just by using annoying and complicated language. Okay, you know what, Miss Natsuki?
I tried to make it sound taunting because I want to capture Yuri's heart, okay?
Just make it simple, cute, and to the point.
Without the cute. I don't want to make it cute, haunting, despair, anguish, and so on.
Head over heels for this kind of cryptic nonsense, but I see right through that BS. Ha! Making your reader look so hard for all this deep meaning is just the excuse to have no meaning at all.
I guess that's one way to look at it.
Well, everyone has their own opinion, but my opinion is the best opinion. I'm sure you figured that out already.
She kind of sounds like that one witch from Kiki's Delivery Service that she meets whenever she first leaves home for the first time. And she's like, well, I'm about to go to my town and I'm about to show off my new powers. Why are you showing off your powers, okay? Your father probably left you. Everything's probably in ruin, so just shut up.
Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang for the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of her words. She likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Really badly. That adverb. Thank you. And took me to the nurse. I tried to not let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Ouch. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone, okay? This is probably a poem about Monica. Just saying. It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's one was too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, that message is pretty straightforward in the poem.
I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain a complicated issues much simpler in analogies, and it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Okay, I think she's referencing yesterday on how we didn't take her side. Do you know people like that? Of course. It's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. Has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure, something that they're afraid of. People will find out, they'll make fun of you and think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. So stupid. Here's what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy. But you just said if someone were to like spiders, that you wouldn't want to be their friend. You're completely defeating your own logic here. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important. Like totes. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Hipster, how did you pick up on this so quickly? What? I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes in and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah? It happened in the death of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuffling of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed the strange tendencies. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that the raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife, the very same light that glistens off the eyes of the raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited, or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to one another. The raccoon becomes hungry, and more frequently so my bread always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavilion conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feel myself again. Oh, so she has a knife fetish kind of thing. Okay, interesting. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using this poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in more unusual hobbies. Like knives. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. Like knives. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Like knives. To embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now. But I'm glad you're a good listener. Okay, so I think we're actually going to leave it off here. We found a lot about the different characters that we are voicing right now, and I really feel like this is getting really intense. But if you guys like my face and what I do, please be sure to subscribe right over here. And if you guys like what I do and want to see more videos, click or tap right over here. Be sure to hit the bell down below because I make videos every damn day and you guys want to be notified, right? But stay casually nerdy, and I will talk to you all in the next video. Peace.